Bienvenido a mi canal, me llamo Cody, bienvenido a más Effect. Espero que os esté gustando la serie. Ya sabéis que todos los vídeos son vídeos de Twitch, o sea, hacemos recorte del vídeo y lo resubimos a YouTube. Pero bueno, esperemos os guste y acompañarme al siguiente vídeo. Estamos de arriba para abajo, de abajo para arriba. Bueno, ahora tenemos que siempre me equivoco, que no quiero sacar armas y tampoco quiero eso. A ver, has hecho que responda a las afirmaciones de Yale. Te ha dicho que Yale no te había contado la verdad. Sus hermanos le estaban robando a la compañía. Y aquí en este segmento, en el segmento C, me parece que también tenemos que hablar con alguien más. A ver, ¿dónde está? Secreto la ciudadela. No, este no. En la embajada Elcor. El fan. Pues yo creía que había. A ver, distritos. No. Segmento C. Podemos ir. Venga, primero vamos al segmento C. Vale, terminamos con esta misión. A ver. Joder. Vale. No. Y... Chorban, la ciudad de Bueno, este está por aquí. A ver, ¿dónde estaba? A ver si lo recuerdo. Por aquí. Bueno, ya veo en interrogante. Ahí está.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
Sí,
I found
eso me
out
tengo.
you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You lied to us about the Keeper data.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorban can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Vale. Ya tenemos otra hecha. Ahora... Qué manía de sacar las armas tengo. Ahora tenemos que ir a... No. Tenemos que ir a lecturas inusuales. Ve al sistema esto es más tarde. El fan, cuando me lo encuentre, el gena. Esta, que tenemos que ir a la embajada Elcor. Vale. Embajada Elcor. No hay nada por aquí. Vale, por aquí tampoco. Ah, vale. Esto ya lo habíamos examinado. Bueno, vamos a la embajada Elcor, ¿no? Así es como nos han dicho que se llama. A ver, ¿dónde tenemos? Ahí. Atrás. A las embajadas. A ver. A ver, ¿dónde están las embajadas?
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Comandante.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avena.
What's that?
Oh, Avena is the virtual guide for the Citadel.
Ah, vale.
Feel free to access the
Ya,
terminal
ya
yourself.
sé cuál es. Pregunta
What's your
personal.
name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
¿Estás muy
You
ocupada?
seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Vale. Pues
I should be
hasta-
going now.
Have a pleasant day.
A ver. A ver. Esta es una... Ah, este es con el que he hablado yo al principio.
Strange greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving, I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
You are mistaken. See this here if you don't believe us.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
The Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, then not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit
Vale.
from this in some way.
¿Quién es este?
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Den. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Cultura.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Bajador.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his
Son
assessment.
incorrectas.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Vale, ya tengo que irme, eres demasiado
Goodbye,
pesado.
Ambassador.
Yes,
Un,
yes. Good
un
day,
embajador muy
Earth Clan.
pesadito. Nosotros nos vamos. Ahora sí vamos al distrito. Porque me parece que me falta otra. Que estas tenemos que salir. El fan que ya veremos. Bueno, y los cuidadores que los tengo que ir encontrando, ¿no? Y cuando los encuentre, pues ya. Al Presidium. A la torre. Torre por aquí. ¿No? Sí.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
¿Tenemos alguna idea qué es exactamente ese conducto? Todavía no.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
I faced Saren on Eden Prime and exposed him for a traitor. I've proven myself.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Doy un paso al frente, ahora mismo. Vamos.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Bastard didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Unificación de espectro. Talento de entrenamiento de espectro desbloqueado. Aceptar. Vale, yo lo que quiero es quitarme el casco. Vale, a ver qué pasa. Me gusta el personaje sin casco. Vale. Dime que a ese no le... Dímelo. Dímelo. No, a ese ya le habíamos visto. A ver si vimos por aquí alguno más. Es que necesito 20. Ah. Me faltan 10. No sé de dónde estarán los otros 10, ¿eh? Dejarme, chicos. Es que estoy mirando a ver si hay alguno más por aquí. Por si acaso. Mira, aquí hay otro. ¿Y este? ¿Y qué vas?
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
¿Qué pasa?
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
¿Alguna vez has oído hablar del través?
I'm not just some soldier. I'm a Spectre.
A Spectre? I heard they were thinking about letting humans into the ranks. About time. Well, that means you can go anywhere you want, right? Even out into the Traverse? My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
Veré lo que puedo hacer.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
Vale, ya te avisaré. Vale, hemos terminado algunas misiones, ahora hay que ir recogiendo otras. A ver, esto de aquí no sé dónde me lleva, la verdad. Ah, esto es el ascensor para ir. Vale, pues vamos. Porque creo que el banco no... Creo que el banco no lo he visitado nunca.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
Bueno, va. Mira, aquí tenemos otro. Según hemos salido. Vale, yo no le molesto, tranquila. A ver. Vamos a ir por allí. A ese no le puedo hacer nada. Ahora miro a ver lo que le pasa a este. A los distritos. Ah, sí, tengo que ir para allá, pero... A ver, ¿qué te pasa?
Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
¿Tienes
Why is the
problemas?
CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
A ver.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Investigar. A ver.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
The CSEC officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the CSEC officer is personally biased.
Personales.
This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you?
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
150 credits? This should cover you.
This is a most appreciated action. You are not of the Hanar, but you wish to help spread the truth of the Enkindlers. This one will not cause any further trouble for the CSEC officer. This one offers its thanks.
Vale, pues ya otro caso del comandante Shepard resuelto. Esta vez he tenido que pagar, pero bueno. Ahora vamos a la sección. A ver, no. No da por aquí nada raro, ¿no? Vamos a la academia.
Rex, forgive the impertinence, but you are not like the Krogan described in the stories on the flotilla.
When you're young, you go looking for every fight you can. You get older, you realize the best fights will find you.
Me encanta el grueso. Y sobre todo más adelante. Más adelante. A ver. Estamos en la academia. Tenemos que ir ¿dónde? No, pues... Has encontrado a Sara en esta relación con los Hens. Habla con el embajador.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
A ver.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
What kind of
¿Alguna
leads do we
noticia de
have?
Saren?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Empezaré por allí.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Me va.
Yes, Commander?
¿Estás bien?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies.
Pero no hay colonias.
Finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
Noveria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Noveria respects. But they aren't popular.
Pero no son muy populares. A ver, esto ya creo que le hemos dicho todo.
I want to know the truth about you and Saren. I want to know about the mission you were on together all those years ago.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren, the target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander.
Así es.
It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Vale, el juego, vale. Pues vamos a la Normandía, ¿no? Vamos a ingresar en la Normandía.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Otro chivo, esto no me gusta. Estoy listo.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Hey, pues ahí estamos. Casi lloro. Bueno, señores. A ver. Es por allí, ¿no? Vamos a ver a qué dirección. Vamos a Feros. Vamos a Feros. A ver. Supuestamente construida por los extintos proteanos, esta colosal estación de espacio profundo actúa como capital del Consejo de la Ciudadela. La gravedad se simula mediante rotación. Alcanza un cómodo valor de 1,1 giones en los distritos y un nivel mucho más ligero, 0,3 en el anillo de Presidium. Longitud tal. Vale, pues salir, ¿no? No. Yo creo que tiene que ser aquí, ¿no? Ve a alejar cámara. ¿Ves? Ciudadela. Neolesa, a ver. Noveria. Asteroide. Tenemos que ir aquí a Feros, ¿vale? Excavación. Asteroide. Yo no sé. Yo ya no me acuerdo para qué era eso. Sí. Ah, son sistemas. Vale. Pues lo hemos hecho mal, entonces. Vale, es que no me acordaba, no sabía si eran sistemas, tenemos que ir a Feros, pero yo creía que eran asteroides o que podías tal, pero si son sistemas no me interesa, ¿sabes? Meterme en ningún sistema para... Ahora de momento no. Porque esta vez, no nos interesa ningún sistema de estos. No, vamos a Feros. Están Feros, Status, Logan, Juana y Sarren, pero vamos a Feros. Eso, genio. Corporación ha fundado una colonia piloto en Feros para explotar las ruinas proteanas que cubren 2/3 de la masa terrestre del planeta. La atmósfera está cargada de polvo y el viaje por tierra se ve impedido por montones de escombros que crean hundimientos de varias docenas de metros. Existen indicios de que Feros fue un mundo mucho más frío en el pasado. El planeta tiene 2 grandes lunas, Orcán, la más lejana, y Bardet. Vale, aterrizar. Bueno, ya estamos. A ver, para salir. No, ascensor, activar. Todavía no conozco, no me acuerdo de cómo era la Normandía, o sea que... A ver.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
¿No lo sabías?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's not the end of the world. You'll have tougher decisions soon enough.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Hombre, eso te lo por supuesto.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Eso
If
depende.
getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Bueno, ahora... A ver.
Commander, good to see you.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Suministros?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
¿Pagarte?
Why should I pay you
¿Estás
for
en mi
my
nave?
weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Nuevos
How often will
productos.
you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
A ver, muéstrame lo
Let's
que
see what you've
tienes.
got.
You bet, Commander.
Hostias. Común y 30... ¿Pero de qué vas, compañero? ¿Cómo voy a comprar esto? Vale, esto, pero fijaros. Uf, propiedades especiales, muy bien. Pero este dinero no lo voy a conseguir así como así. Y es que son carísimos, tío. No tenemos ni un duro. A ver.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Solo una
You
corta.
Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
No?
Seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Huh?
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
La extinción que no le hemos preguntado por...
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Ya veo.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander.
Asley.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Ni siquiera respiran.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Esta ya la hemos preguntado, podemos hablar.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Ah, ya se le he preguntado. Vale,
Kinda
vale,
wish
vale.
you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense. I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
No puedo volver. Olvídalo.
They died, you lived. That happens in this job.
Yes, Commander. Believe me, I understand that. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Vale, adiós.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Estoy intentando. A ver. No, es que lo que más... Tenemos 7. No podemos... Esta tampoco. Ah, sí, sí. Vale. Quiero armadura. No, esto no puedo. Esto no me deja. Vale, y entrenamiento en asalto. Vale, vamos al diario. Feros, ¿qué es donde? Ve a Feros, ya estoy en Feros. Ve a Noveria y busca... Es a Termistown. Bueno, estamos en Feros. Porque ese es el ascensor. Estamos aquí. Esto es el núcleo.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Así que somos invisibles.
Detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Eso me gusta. Normandy.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Vamos a investigar
What's so special
todo.
about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Nos quedaba una pregunta, ¿no? Las personales.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
A ver, Normandía, atrás.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Vale, pues entonces, ¿cómo salimos? Al exterior, es que no me acuerdo, os lo juro, ¿eh? O a lo mejor es que tengo que ver a toda la tripulación primero, no lo sé. Yo creo que no, pero... Vamos... Por aquí, a ver...
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Un L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
¿Te arrepientes? Yo creo que no se va a arrepentir.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Yo creo que ya está.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Vale. Buen centro médico de momento tenemos por aquí. Para curarnos las heridas después del combate. A ver.
Anything you need, Commander?
Evaluación
What's your
táctica.
opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Vale.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Vale. ¿Y esto qué es? Quedarse todo, como de costumbre. Hay aquí una rota, ¿no? ¿Y ahora cómo salgo, chicos? En serio que estoy un poco, no sé. Porque aquí... A ver, voy a subir otra vez, voy a ver. A ver.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Están de nuestra
We're all
parte.
on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Y ahora estás aquí.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium.
Ah.
Must have made an impression on the right people.
Ya se lo hemos
Captain asked
preguntado.
for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Es todo por hoy, espero que os haya gustado. Mañana más. Suscribiros si no lo habéis hecho, compartirlo, dejar un buen like, dejar comentarios ahí abajo, hacer lo que queráis como de costumbre en este vídeo o en el que viene. Y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. ¡Chao, chao!